Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of January 25, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Tactical advances and losses. Different Russian military groups, North, West, Southern, Center, East, Dnepr, have reported making tactical advances, securing more advantageous positions, and inflicting significant losses on Ukrainian forces. Losses for Ukraine in various engagements include personnel, armored vehicles, artillery guns, and electronic warfare stations.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, your trusted source for the latest developments on security and defense operations involving military forces. I'm your host, and today we have an exclusive interview with Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, who will provide insights into the progress of the special military operation as of January 25, 2025. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the general overview. Can you provide a summary of the special military operations progress as of today?
The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue their special military operation, achieving significant tactical and operational advances across multiple fronts, particularly in the Kharkov, Donetsk, and Kursk regions.
Let's break it down by regions. What's the latest from the North Group of Forces in the Kharkov direction?
In the Kharkov region, our North Group of Forces successfully engaged and defeated formations of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Motorized Infantry Brigade in Volchansk. The enemy suffered losses of up to 45 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, 2 cars, and a field artillery gun.
That's significant. How about the West Group of Forces? What advancements have they made?
The West Group of Forces has secured more advantageous positions, defeating enemy formations across multiple settlements, including Dviregnia, Glushkovka, and Zeleny in the Kharkov region, as well as Torskoy and Yampol in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian forces suffered over 400 personnel losses, along with 5 combat armored vehicles and 5 NATO-made artillery guns.
Moving to the South Group, what progress has been made there?
The South Group of Forces improved their tactical position by defeating elements of Ukrainian mechanized and National Guard brigades in areas like Belagorovka and Chasov Yar. Ukrainian forces sustained losses of 210 personnel, an M113 armored personnel carrier, 2 cars, and a field artillery gun.
And how about the Center and East groups? What's the situation there?
The Center Group has occupied better strategic positions, inflicting heavy casualties on Ukrainian forces in locations such as Zelenoy and Dzerzhinsk. We neutralized up to 550 enemy personnel, destroyed a tank, 5 armored combat vehicles, and 4 artillery pieces.
That's quite an achievement. Can you provide insight into the East Group of Forces?
As for the East Group, they continue advancing into the enemy's defensive lines, defeating 2 mechanized and an airborne assault brigade in settlements including Konstantinopol and Temirovka. The Ukrainian forces lost over 170 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, and 6 field artillery pieces.
Shifting focus to the DNEPR Group, can you provide an update on their operations?
The Dnepr Group inflicted losses on the Ukrainian coastal defense brigades in the Kherson region, specifically around Tokarevka and Antonovka. Ukrainian forces lost up to 45 servicemen and 2 vehicles.
Aside from ground operations, how effective have air and missile strikes been?
Our operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, and missile forces have effectively targeted enemy military infrastructure, including UAV storage facilities and troop concentrations in 132 areas. Additionally, our air defense systems intercepted 3 HIMARS multiple launch rockets and 44 UAVs.
That's impressive. Let's discuss the Kursk region. What can you tell us about operations there?
In the Kursk direction, our forces continue to repel attempted incursions. Offensive operations have led to the defeat of Ukrainian tank and mechanized brigades in settlements like Viktorovka and Nikolaevka. In the past 24 hours, the Ukrainian forces lost over 360 personnel, 9 combat armored vehicles, and a self-propelled artillery unit.
With these achievements in mind, what are the next steps in the operation?
We will continue our efforts to secure strategic objectives, degrade the enemy's combat capabilities, and maintain momentum on all fronts.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. The ceasefire in Gaza between Israel and Hamas has entered its 6th day. Humanitarian aid groups are working to deliver food and supplies to the war-torn region as Palestinians search through massive piles of rubble for the bodies of those killed during the 15-month conflict. Over 120 bodies were recovered and brought to hospitals across the Gaza Strip in the past day alone. The total Palestinian death toll in Gaza has now surpassed 47,000. In continued violence, Israeli tank shelling killed 2 Palestinian brothers near their home in southern Gaza.